Hey everybody, welcome back. We are back here at Zito's. It's Half Serious F1. Happy to be here.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, sorry we missed it last week. There was a little bit of a scheduling mishap on my end, but we're back. We're doing the thing.
Not completely your fault.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, you were busy. We had stuff. You know what? I'm sorry. I just want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to our fans. I want to say all 5 of you guys, look, I know I messed up. I can't even be sincere about it. Guys, so unfortunately, the problem is we didn't get to cover Miami the way we wanted to as quickly. So we'll talk a little bit about Miami today. I mean, it was awesome.
it's by far one of the best races I've seen all time.
Yeah.
Even the few that I watched the year before, but the Miami one was everything.
I finally had the moment this time where I was like, I had convinced somebody to watch a Formula One race, and they were like, "Wow, that was pretty good. That was actually a cool race."
That was complete racing all the way through.
Yeah, it was elbows out. You know.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what they say. Elbows out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again. Excuse me, what was that? Again, we get to talk about Oscar Piastri completely dominating over at McLaren.
Yeah.
Giving Lando Norris the business. And it's not like Lando Norris isn't a championship caliber driver. I mean, he got P2 by 4 seconds. He also passed Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
But it's about how long it took him to pass Max Verstappen over an Oscar Piastri.
I mean, it's Max Verstappen. You're never going to have an easy race.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't catch it, Oscar Piastri, first place win at Miami. Again, awesome to see. And he really, really showed a lot of class, especially in that pass against Max. Probably one of my favorite passes. It was just so quick. And then Lando shortly behind him. And Mr. number 3, George Russell, once again, finding his way to a podium, proving that it's
not an accident.
It's not an accident. The guy's good. Say whatever you want about him, and please do, because it's always hilarious. I love the memes. But he's a podium. Is he a championship level driver? Probably not yet. I think he's a very good driver, but in a Mercedes,
if there was a championship for the third place,
every time I would put my money on George Russell every single time, because somehow he just squeaks in there. He just likes standing at that just one level of elevation above everybody else. And so good for him, man. Max Verstappen not making the podium at 4th place. Alex Albon.
I didn't see that happening.
Yeah. I mean, again, how do you bet against Max Verstappen?
Especially starting on pole.
Yeah, but I mean, this Red Bull car has not been what we thought it was going to be. What many people thought it was going to be anyways.
I mean, he's still getting every ounce or every last horsepower out of that thing, because he's making new records every track that he's been at almost. And when it comes to race day, he's up at the front. I mean, if not lead car,
and he's truly fighting for it too. You know, he drives on that knife edge that you need to be in a Red Bull car. And every single time it's just a little bit disappointing, because he's doing everything he possibly can. Yeah. He's at 110%. And not that nobody else is doing the same thing, but to see him in that car get passed up by a McLaren is honestly hilarious for me. I mean, he's a 4-time world champion, but
I mean, that late on the brakes pass by Piastri.
Oh my God, dude! It was
textbook and a beauty to look at.
Piastri's passing, his overtaking this year has just been phenomenal. I mean, the one he had on Lewis Hamilton at Saudi Arabia was crazy too.
Well, he's probably learning from Max, watching him do it to him all the time.
Man, it's just he's just got that ice cold blood in his veins.
He has to.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the water in the tires.
I don't know. Whatever it is, Lando Norris ain't got it, dude. I mean, Lando Norris is a great qualifying driver. I mean, and this podcast is not always going to be a comparison between Lando and Oscar, but it's the most fun thing that I've seen so far. And just the way everybody had, everything was presented to you as a fight between Lando and Max for the championship. And here's Oscar Piastri now leading the championship with 4 wins.
Which we called.
Yeah, thank you. We love you, Oscar. So seeing that is really is really a lot of fun. But to me, again, it demonstrates where Oscar excels as a driver is in the racecraft, is on race day, is on a track that's very competitive.
Yeah.
Where I think Lando really excels is getting the most out of his car, really making a long run work.
Really making people not like him.
I don't know if that, I thought that was just me, but I guess,
no.
Hey, there's a lot of really big Lando Norris fans out there, and all I have to say to that is that they are wrong. They're just plain wrong. Oh man, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that.
He's badass, but
yeah, no, Lando's a really good driver.
Yeah.
Again, especially on in a qualifying session, he's the guy I would bet on 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But when it comes to race day, there's something about him that just makes him crap his pants every single time.
Stamina?
I don't know if it's stamina. Maybe.
Because he starts usually pretty good. I mean, actually, he started he went down to 6th.
Yeah.
At the start, and he fought his way through.
Yeah.
So obviously he's got something. But
notoriously, Lando Norris's starts have not been great.
Oh yeah, that's
especially
true.
all last season.
That's true.
It was his big problem. They were wondering if this guy's such a championship competitor, why can he not start a race?
Yeah.
And so I think it's that sort of detriment in his racecraft. And again, not a detriment really. It's not like he's bad. It's just everybody around him is that much better.
Yeah.
It's a professional sport. You got to be really, really, really good to even be there. But when you're racing against an Oscar Piastri or a Charles Leclerc or a George Russell or a Max Verstappen, I mean, you're going to get a little bit left behind if you don't know how to get your car moving on the first lap. So
yeah, I maturity probably too.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first seen them,
Oscar, come on.
Yeah, but they obviously matured. At
I guess maturity,
levels.
not age,
Yeah.
right?
Because when I first seen them, I was like, they're kids.
Yeah.
But Oscar doesn't feel like a kid. I mean, that sounds so weird.
Today you are. He had his bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't. I would say he's definitely feels more. I'm not gonna use the word feel.
You got to stop feeling children, Rick. This is going to be a problem.
Anyone?
Hey, which one was your favorite rookie? Is it the youngest driver on there? Freak.
That is not a stat I like.
And so speaking of your favorite driver, Kimi Antonelli, he finished 6th at Miami, which is another great showing. Not his highest. We've been looking a little bit back at our rookie predictions early this year, or at least our rookie favorites. And so not his highest, but he's been hitting 6th place quite a bit. He's sort of to George Russell's 3rd, almost an even comparison. His highest finish was 4th place, so still yet to see his first podium. We'll talk a little bit about that later. I think I'm going to call that shot here in a second. But the other thing I wanted to talk about before we leave the sunny beaches of Miami is Williams, man. Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon. Carlos Sainz in 9th place. Alex Albon in 5th place.
Both
double
scoring.
Points finish for Williams is crazy. What year is it, man?
Yeah,
this is wild to see. I'm loving it, man. I love this Williams comeback. I love seeing Carlos Sainz score points in a car that's not red.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ferrari, but they did that boy dirty just to get Lewis Hamilton, who is, let's check, was in 8th place. So 1 point. How many more points was that? Two more points, and about $300 million in terms of driver salary. I mean, it's Lewis Hamilton. You're not going to pass that up. I'm not I'm not saying that was the wrong decision, but to see Carlos Sainz lose that seat and still deliver in what would ostensibly be a less performing car.
Yeah, he's showing them what they lost. I mean, that's
oh my god,
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
I don't know where he's going to end up in the next couple years, Carlos Sainz, because I don't know if Lewis Hamilton's going to do the Fernando Alonso "I drive until I die" thing.
I hope not.
I hope not too. I hope Lewis Hamilton starts his, or continues his fashion mogul status, I don't want to see him down in the dumps fighting for points. 7-time world champion. You don't got to be the 8th. Just leave it, man.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Go design some Formula One clothing or whatever.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it. Whatever merch you're selling, Lewis, I'll buy it.
You think he'd ever come back with like a team?
Oh my God, dude! Like Lewis Hamilton as a team principal, you mean, or like own a team?
Own a team.
I mean, he's probably one of the few drivers that could afford it.
Yeah.
If possible. Man, I'd love to see it.
Because isn't like Steak like owned by a bunch of like celebrities and stuff like that?
Well, Steak used to be Sauber. Steak is I actually don't know. I could I could do some digging into that, but
yeah.
For the most part, I know of Steak as an online gambling company. So I don't know. I know Alpine is owned by a bunch of celebrities. It's Ryan Reynolds.
It's Alpine is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and is Oscar De La Hoya an owner in that too? I want to say he might be.
You know what? So it is Alpine, but it's also Steak because I know of a comedian that's part of Steak, but I can't remember who it was, but I heard it.
Oh, interesting.
But
I don't know. I mean,
I guess it's the new thing to do.
If you can buy part of a Formula One team, go ahead.
The new thing to do.
Well, Ryan Reynolds and I always forget is Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny. They're the guys. They bought Wrexham United. You ever seen the show?
Oh yeah, the soccer team.
Yeah, the soccer team. So, and they've been doing really, really well. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see.
It's really cool because it's almost staying in the limelight of that energy.
Yeah.
So you're keeping that energy while you're not like actually in it.
Yeah.
But you get to. It's like
I don't know. I've got opinions, but I don't. You know what? If you got the money to buy yourself a little bit of an F1 team, go buy yourself a little bit of an F1 team. I'm not.
It's like keeping the celebrity. Like they're like prolonging their celebrity.
Absolutely.
I guess what I'm saying.
And we want to make sure that they stay where they are. I don't need them down here mixing with us. All right, before we move on from Miami, I know I said that earlier about Williams, but this is actually a segue. This is a transition.
Perfect.
We are going to talk about our rookie favorites.
Yeah.
But before we talk about our rookie favorites, let's talk about how the rookies fared in Miami. And first one, bottom of the list, if we're looking up, Jack Doohan. No longer at Alpine.
Sorry, Jack.
So I don't know if that was Ryan Reynolds' decision.
That's so funny.
I doubt it, because Ollie Oakes, the team principal of Alpine, was also ousted, now being replaced by Flavio Briatore, notorious Italian business. Ollie Oakes was ousted. I'm not sure. There's so much intrigue and so much politics behind that kind of stuff that sometimes my eyes just glaze over. I'm like, I don't care. You guys are all in bed with each other, and it's all I don't. It doesn't matter to me. It's not race day, but it can be interesting sometimes. So Jack Doohan's out, being replaced by Franco Colapinto, who drove for Williams last year. I think for maybe only like the last 5 or 6 races, if even that much. I don't remember him doing incredibly well.
I know the name. I don't think I've seen him race.
You know what? I should have pulled up the results. Maybe I can find them again.
Jack Doohan had a blowout in Miami, huh? Is that what happened?
I don't remember what happened to him.
I don't even think he raced Miami because it was like the first or second lap.
Oh, I think it was the first lap. It might have been like a first lap collision or something like that.
Poor guy.
But yeah, so Jack Doohan's out. Ollie Behrman had a DNF in Miami. Gabriel Bortoletto had a DNF in Miami, and Liam Lawson DNF'd in Miami. All of them beat by Lance Stroll. So he's doing something out there. I got to give him that.
And how many years have he been?
Only a few less than Fernando Alonso, who only beat him by 1 place. So
yeah,
is it the car? Is it the drivers? Who knows? That's the mystery of the sport. Do we want to talk about I had it here? Just in general, drivers, we're still Piastri's leading the championship. Lando Norris shortly behind him with 16 points behind him with 115. And Max Verstappen at 99 points. Loving all of that. But we do want to talk about our rookie favorites. So let's start with Kimi Antonelli.
He's badass.
I can't help but agree. Let's see.
And he's got the new documentary. Did you see it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's good.
Did you watch it?
Cool. I mean, it starts off with Lewis Hamilton stuff, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
And Toto Wolff.
Yeah.
And then he comes along, but it's good.
Yeah, how much grainy footage of kart racing is there? I guess it's not grainy. It was filmed in 2011 or whatever.
iPhone 6 probably.
It's built-in motion stabilizer.
Yeah, for sure. That's
hilarious. Oh, yeah. That's how I'm gonna judge people now on is how bad their or how good their childhood home video film quality is.
I don't know. By the time it's vintage, it might be like, wow, that was shot.
That was an iPhone 6?
Yeah, iPhone 6.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit. His best race position so far was at Australia, where he scored 4th. Again, just narrowly missing the podium, and that was his rookie debut. I mean, that was his very incredible first race. So unfortunately, he technically has not improved if you look at race position.
Yeah.
But he's
points.
He's still been getting points. He's been laying on monster laps. He's definitely got the fastest lap at least once. I can't remember where.
The pole position thing was pretty awesome.
Yeah, was that sprint pole that he had, or was it race pole that he had for Saudi Arabia?
That was a race.
Was it a race pole? I can't remember. Oh man, it's been a couple weeks. We've slept since then.
Bahrain was the only place he didn't get points.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh yeah, no, sprint. It was the sprint at Miami.
Oh,
that he got pole for, and then finished the sprint. He finished the sprint. Ooh, did he? Where did he finish? Oh, 7th. He finished 7th on the sprint. So it was okay. It was okay. I mean, he's still a rookie. I'm not judging him too much. Did he take Lewis Hamilton's seat? Kind of.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's been
Lewis
starting
Hamilton
in front of
gave him that
Russell. That's what's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to finish in front of Russell for it to really make sense. I mean, he's a good qualifying driver. He's a good all-around driver. Again, for somebody who just turned 18, pretty badass. So
impressive.
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to talk about my favorite? Sure. Highest race position for Ollie Behrman, 10th place with 1 DNF. Did his best. Oh no, 8th place actually.
I was about to say there's a 4 point on there.
I misread that. So China is where he did his best, which was a weird track too. He's in a Haas. We can sort of grade slightly against the curve for that, I think, compared to Kimi Antonelli in a Mercedes. He's still putting up a good showing. I don't think he's losing his seat anytime soon. He's definitely scored more points than either Kevin Magnussen or Nico Hülkenberg did in his spot last year.
Yeah.
So by that comparison, he's doing okay. If we really, really want the good comparison, though, let me pull up Esteban Ocon, his partner driver, and Ocon's only doing slightly better. If I look at the driver standings, where does he end up? Esteban Ocon is 9th and Behrman is 15th, but there's only a points difference there's an 8-point difference. So it's Esteban Ocon with 14 points and Ollie Behrman with 6. So Ocon, definitely a more established driver with a little bit more experience under his belt, is currently outperforming the young Brit Ollie Behrman, but I think we still got a lot more to see from him.
We do. Well, it's 7th race?
Yeah, he's definitely not one of the drivers I think that is going to lose his seat anytime soon.
Well, you know that because you haven't heard about the replacement driver yet.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Like I started hearing about Colapinto earlier in the year, and I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So once you start hearing about that driver in the wing, then then you gotta.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works. Yeah, and I mean, we can talk about Yuki. He's no rookie, but he is still a crowd favorite for us. He's just not doing what I want him to do, but that's okay. He's in a tough car. He's not driving RB. I don't know where the hell he's going. We had our Aston Martin conspiracy theories a couple weeks ago, I know, but
there's so many theories. It's so F1 is so fun. If you're not in it for the racing, you're in it for the conspiracy,
for the drama. Yeah.
Like this whole water thing. I haven't seen any like final statement on the McLaren water brake
what
thing. You haven't?
No, I don't know anything
Really?
about this. Yeah, lay it on me, buddy.
So I think it's been a couple of races, but they've been taking like heat signature infrared from McLaren's tires, and they're seeing cooling spots.
Oh, is that the multi-phase materials that they think they're using?
So
in the
they
brake
thought they
ducts?
were running water in the tire, and Zach Brown actually had during the broadcast. You see him like
tire water.
water.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, but supposedly there's a engineer that was supposedly helping them with some type of.
I thought it was like a PhD candidate or something like that.
Something like that, but he's trying to be an F1 engineer, maybe. Something like that. So there is that technology out there.
Yeah.
And then I've seen like some diagrams of how it might work, but there's nothing saying that for sure that that's what they're using.
Interesting.
And I was thinking maybe that's what Charles Leclerc was talking about when he was filling water, and it's
yeah, dude.
Maybe Ferrari
must be the water is gonna come back so many times.
Maybe Ferrari was
Must be the
messing with
water.
that technology, and he was like,
yeah, nobody told me what's going on. There's water all over my seat.
"There's water everywhere."
That's why you don't tell the drivers what's going on.
But yeah, there was that conspiracy, and I think so. There was an investigation.
Okay.
And the FIA said that everything that they're doing is all within the rules. So
great.
There's nothing else to say there.
Did anything come out of the flexi wing thing with McLaren? Because they had that like their rear wing had
that was
more
a while
flexed.
ago, though, right? That was I haven't heard anything else.
I thought there was going to be some sort of rule change coming up that it was going to eliminate their ability to use that. I can't be totally certain, but. I don't know.
That was the back wing?
Yeah, it was the rear wing had like more flex to it. They were talking all about it during preseason testing this year, and I just haven't heard anything else about it. I imagine their wing still flexes, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything different. I mean, so rookie standings so far, we've got Kimi Antonelli leading the way by far.
By far.
I think best of the rest, I'm gonna say, is Isaac Hadjar. Honestly, Isaac Hadjar has been killing the game.
He really is. And man, his radio calls are pretty awesome. Talking about radio calls, Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton. Holy moly!
Oh my God! Yeah.
Who was it? There was someone else that was like behind him, and he was like.
Oh, it was Signs.
Signs.
Yeah, you want me to let him pass too? Yeah. Oh my God, the whole team orders swapping and stuff with Ferrari. I mean, I get it. If I were Lewis Hamilton, I'd be a little bit pissed too. But team orders are team orders, and I think they allowed the swap back. So Charles, I don't know if I should call him Charles. I'm not French. Chuck. So Charles could get past because he had started ahead, and then they swapped for Lewis to go ahead.
Yep.
And then he never caught up for the switch back.
Who were they chasing?
They were chasing down.
Was it Russell?
I want to say it might have been Antonelli, actually.
Or Antonelli, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were chasing down Antonelli because Russell was far and away, and that was when William Sainz was right behind him. I think it was Albon they were chasing down. Let me look it up.
Man, it was a race though.
Yeah,
it feels like we're going back to Miami. Sorry, but it was probably the most exciting race for me. So I'll talk about it.
No,
for a while.
I was honestly genuinely disappointed that we weren't able to record so closely to it, because now it doesn't make as much of a difference to anybody.
Yeah.
But they were chasing down Antonelli. Albon was already ahead of Antonelli at that point, and then it was Carlos Sainz chasing down Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, that was a weird thing to see.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing to see for Williams to be sandwiching a Mercedes and two Ferraris in the points. That's freaking wild.
Yeah, and then Oscar and Lando pass Kimi at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was
Kimi kind of like fell back a
Yeah.
little bit. All right, I think are we good? We've talked Miami, we've talked rookies and just general driver standings.
Yep.
We'll talk a little bit about Imola coming up. Imola is a
track.
hallowed grounds. Hallowed grounds, the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo di Dino Ferrari for the
Italia.
It's the Formula One AWS Gran Premio Made in Italy, DELL'EMILIA-ROMAGNA 2025.
Yes.
Wow. So Imola. We're going to call it Imola. Yeah, Imola has been going on since 1980. It has 63 beautiful laps, 4.9 kilometer circuit length, and a total distance of 309 kilometers.
And how many turns?
Looks
Curves?
19 total turns with one DRS zone. So there's a lot of speed on Imola already to begin with, which is why you might say Max Verstappen won last year. So do we think it'll be a repeat performance of Max Verstappen winning in Imola last year? Because it was Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc. That was the podium last year. It was Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc. A very normal podium for 2024.
That feels like what it's going to look like.
You think that's exactly what it's going to be?
Oh, no. Oscar's not in there. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I did that the other, what was it, 2 weeks ago, where I was like, I know I'm forgetting Max Verstappen. I think he got second that race or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy to, it's been, honestly, I love that, because that means this has been a very competitive season.
Yeah.
We're not just stupid. It's just hard to keep track of more than 5 or 6 names at a time. So yeah, are we looking at, give me your 3. Give me your podium. And then I'll give you my podium.
I didn't look at the track. I don't really know the track, so that's bad on me.
It's a real proper purpose-built circuit.
Okay.
It's not a street course.
There's another track in Italy, though.
There's multiple tracks in Italy. Monza is the one that we're going to go to later in the season, I believe. I can't remember what month we're actually going back to Monza.
I'm going to say, Oscar Lando.
You're going to go
Verstappen.
Oscar Lando Verstappen. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So basic.
Yeah. I could say something else, but I would just be going against what I actually think.
No, this is why we should do a fantasy league, because I like to swing for the fences a little bit, and sometimes I seem really smart because mine pay off. You're a more reasonable. I think you win more than I do. If we had fantasy, I think you actually end the season with more points, and I just have more fun wins. So I'm gonna go.
If you're in Vegas, you're celebrating when you win because it's big. Yeah. And I'm just like, cool.
Another hand, please.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going home with what I came with.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going home with nothing. Ideally with
a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Memories.
Yeah.
Memories. All right. So you're going Oscar, Lando, Max for Imola.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say this is gonna be Kimi Antonelli's first podium. I don't know if it's gonna be a win. I'm gonna give it. Oh, this is gonna be a weird one, because I think if Kimi Antonelli's on the podium, I think George Russell wins his first race this season at Imola. I'm gonna say George Russell. I'm gonna say Oscar Piastri, and then Kimi Antonelli. And I think behind there is a domino effect of like Maybe Max is up there at the top. Maybe Lando, something like that. I don't know. I think it's a big Mercedes weekend.
Is it a weather place? Like, is there like rain and stuff?
Is it a weather place? Does it experience the phenomenon
does it
of weather?
The phenomenon of.
I don't know. Let's look at the forecast. Hold here. You talk while I Google.
So what I meant by does it experience weather? Has it previously been raced in the rain?
I mean, it's been going on for several years. I imagine so.
I don't think I've ever seen Coda rain.
Coda's definitely rain. Yeah, there's that famous Max Verstappen like storm. Oh, was that at Silverstone? Yeah, I think that was at Silverstone. God, I don't know if. Well, they always run in October. There's not a lot of rain in October. There's supposed to be rain in Bologna in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but that's next week. We should have a clear weekend. Oh, and I forgot to mention the reason I'm putting Kimi Antonelli on the podium is because he's from Bologna. So it's a home race for Kimi Antonelli.
That's nice.
I would guarantee you that whatever testing Mercedes has been doing has been to get Kimi Antonelli
to win
onto at least a podium in
nice.
Imola. So that's why I think it's going to happen.
You had that in your
just in the old trap
in
here,
the old
buddy.
trap, and I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so.
well, hey, that's why we have fun out here.
Okay. Well, he'll definitely be at the podium celebration.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, we'll see about it. So yeah, that's coming up. Free practice will start on Friday. It's a standard Grand Prix weekend this time around. No sprints to worry about. I think it'll be a 2-stopper race. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be early in the morning for us Central Time. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't have any meetings or anything. I can watch the race. But yeah, I think that's it for me until next time.
Yeah. One thing I did want to say, one of the reasons why we didn't record.
Yeah.
I actually witnessed a pretty awesome track.
Oh yeah.
In Atlanta, which is
Road Atlanta.
That is by far the coolest track I've seen in person.
I've heard that from a lot of. I think James Hinchcliffe might have talked about if he could see one like. Or it was a question I think that got asked somewhere. I think James Hinchcliffe said it, but it was like if you could see one U.S. track make it onto the Formula One calendar, I think it was Road Atlanta.
So that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, if they did Formula One here, it's such a cool.
I don't know that track very well.
It's got a lot of elevation change.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's got some fast, slow corner. I'm saying that without even knowing what an actual fast corner is and what makes a slow corner.
Sure.
So does that mean that you have to go slow through the corner and that makes it a slow corner?
Yeah, it's that easy. It's genuinely that easy, yeah. Yeah.
You learn something every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's by far one of the coolest tracks I've seen in person.
Yeah. Like a good example would be like at Suzuka, the Degner corner where you basically take it flat out, or is it 130R? You take that's a fast corner. Whereas something like I think
it's almost not a corner.
Yeah, almost not a corner is a very fast corner, and then you got something like the Casino in Monaco, which is a full hairpin, and you're like down to second gear, just creeping around that thing. So, difference between fast and slow corners. There.
Yeah. So if that ever happened, that would be awesome. Because Coda's nice. No dig on Coda. Yeah. It's just not very.
Well, I mean, they renewed Miami until what 2029 or something like that. I know we're going to be going back to Miami again quite a bit. I don't see them trying to lose Las Vegas anytime soon. Anything more than 3 or 4 U.S. races is going to drive some people up the frickin' wall. So I don't know. I don't know how long Coda stays on the calendar. I mean, we gotta get out there before we lose it.
Yeah.
Miami was pretty sweet. Vegas is usually pretty good. Coda can be a little bit boring sometimes. At least
the track's not very exciting. I know.
I think it's really great for like sports cars and stuff. Like for something like IMSA.
Maybe that's
for a lot of that where you can, maybe not so much for Formula One. It's a FIA grade 1, like a Formula One level track, and it's meant for that. But I think it's better suited for slower cars in that sense, but I don't know. That could just be me. I know we've seen some IMSA out there too. So you saw SRO. Didn't you shoot up there?
Yeah.
SRO, yeah. This guy's the best. If you need motorsports photography or anything like that, just reach out. This guy's genuinely the best.
Just give me a ring.
Yeah. Anything else, Rick,
No,
before we wrap it
that'd
up? All right. Again, we love it here. We're any chance you guys ever get, come to Zito's, come to San Antonio, come say hi. It's the best in town, and God, we love being here and recording it. Follow us on Instagram, at Half Serious F1. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do that. That's probably the best way to find us right now. We're working on the Spotify. We're working on the iTunes. We're gonna get there. We've had some help. I want to say thank you to my buddy Leo Montero out in Canada.
Awesome work.
You can find him at Truffle Images, I believe, on Instagram. We're gonna add some links to the YouTube description. So again, check him out too. He's one of the best like concert photographers. Does a lot of really great black and white stuff.
He's up in Canada. Right?
He's up in Canada. Like, so if you're in Canada and you're watching us, check out Leo. If you're in the US, also check out Leo because he just does some really, really good work.
Yeah.
And he travels a bit too. So check us out on all the stuff. If you have any questions or anything like that, or want to reach us privately to have an intimate conversation, you can find us at halfseriousf1@gmail.com. That's it for me, Rick.
It.
That's it. All right. Goodbye, guys. Take it easy. Bye.